This is Johnny Cycles with CyclesGaming.com, bringing you another edition of Pioneer Curious. Well, I'm going to keep it. I mean, we have a bit of removal. We have the Magda. We have a Fable. We just need to draw lands. So this is my Rakdos Magda the Hoardmaster deck. In reality, it's a Rakdos Dragons deck. We're looking to kind of play a fair mid-range Rakdos strategy, curving into some 4-drop dragons, into 5-drop dragons. And then, if we need to, we can play Magda in the late game is usually when we want to stick her to take advantage of the treasures that we made throughout the game. Do we want to play with fire that thing? Do we want to try to make our land drops? I think we'll wait. I think we played this opponent already to go back and check. So we really want to make some lands. We did not find a land. So we're going to run out of Magda. We have it. We don't have anything else going on. Our opponent, if they play a creature, we can use Play with Fire to kill it and then get a treasure token out of it, hopefully. If we don't make a land drop, that will at least guarantee us getting the Fable out on the next turn. Just making a land here would be what we really want to see. All right, Blood Tithe Harvester today. They can't sack it, so that's good. This is pretty sure the same opponent we played yesterday. Oh, gosh. Okay. Well, we'll kill the Blood Tithe Harvester. Get a treasure token. Tapped. Not make our land drops. Impress. Oh, no, we'll go to combat. Might as well get in there. So next turn, if we make a land drop, we can play at Sushi. If we don't make a land drop, we can run out this Fable and start trying to dig for lands. Opponent, probably going to play a Fable. Yep. I feel like this is running it back from yesterday. Maybe our opponent, maybe we didn't actually finish the game yesterday. Don't remember. Come on, lands. Hey, it's a land. So we can just do the Fable if we want to set up for just chump block duty, and then to pitch maybe we can play the Sushi, which doesn't guarantee us we get the lands. I think we'll run out our own Fable, and we'll hold on to this treasure token. This way we can, I mean, we're incentivized not to block, but we will block probably. We'll see. I'm not sure yet. Because what we can do is if we get to it, well, see that part, that's the one non-synergistic aspect of Fable and Magda, right? We get the treasure token after combat with the Goblin Shaman token. So if that gives us our third treasure, we don't get to make the Scorpion Dragon token and then attack the same turn. So we may end up just blocking. We'll see. Another Fable. One's good, two's better, right? Very curious to see if we played this opponent already after the outlook, after the match. You know they definitely want to attack, right? I mean, they can just get the we're going to save it. We'll save the Goblin Shaman for now. And we don't care if the Magda dies because we have another one if it baits out another removal spell. Or a removal spell. They're going to do something with that treasure token, it looks like. Or not. And they're going to go to their second main phase and then do it. Blood Tithe Harvester. So I think this is the kind of matchup where we want Brotherhoods in from our sideboard. We drew a land. Do we dare discard a land? Because that gives us the Goldspan Dragon. I think we're going to get rid of these two. We drew a Fatal Push, good. So we could go ahead and do that sushi. I'm trying to decide. We can go Fatal Push to get a treasure token. Attack. Get another treasure token. What do we want to do? So if we get, they'll be tapped. So Fatal Push. I think we're gonna Fatal Push that to get a treasure token. It is tapped, of course. We can go to combat and get another treasure token. And then cast, alright, the Goldspan Dragon. Or we can just go ahead and cast it at Sushi. And then save our treasure. Because right now we're looking at 1, 2, 3. We have so much, we have the treasures to make the 4/4. We also have the mana to, so we're going to go ahead and do that. So we have the mana to make the next turn cast Goldspan and start the party, continue the party, I have to say. Alright, well, opponent's got 2 cards about to draw more. They're about to flip. We have 1 Scorpion Dragon, and we're going to be able to attack next turn if they don't kill something for 8. Getting multiple treasure tokens along the way. If we draw well, probably won't matter. Let's say we could maybe get another Scorpion Dragon, but I doubt it because a removal spell would cost mana. We'd only have the 5-minute cast Goldspan, get the treasure. We'd have the manas, but we wouldn't have the manas to cast a spell and get another Scorpion Dragon. All right, so do they have a Fatal Push? I assume they're going to have something like that. Mayhem Devil, other combo pieces. So they're setting up their combo, but are they going to be able to do anything worthwhile with it? They can discard and sack. So they really they're getting these treasure tokens. And then they're going to sack. All right, so yeah, I mean, I think right now what we want to do is just block. Our opponent's probably gleefully applauding our decision here because now they can go ahead and use Mayhem Devil to kill stuff. Yep. So they're going to be able to go kill. They're going to be able to wipe our board minus the Goblin Shaman token, it looks like. All right. So this is where Glorybringer is so much better than Goldspan Dragon because we could use the Glorybringer to get rid of one of these 2 problematic cards. So they got their synergies online for the sacrificing of things. Did they have a finisher for the? Now they're going to finish off this. I guess they're going to go for that. Sure. All right. I'd rather them that than this, but they must have an answer, right? Or seems like maybe they just decided it wasn't. They wouldn't have enough damage. They had 2. Oh, I see. I was going to say they had 2 damage on this, but they chose to draw a card instead. So they didn't ever get the damage through. Got it. All right. Opponent's kind of going off right now. Could probably just F6 to be honest. See if they can figure out a way to how to kill our Scorpion Dragon. Doesn't look like they have 1 treasure, so they found a Fatal Push. Then they have their answer. They would have had it all. 1 for a white now. Interesting. They find, are they playing a white spell? Which is oven? I see. Doesn't matter. So now they have more synergies online. We draw a useless land. And what should we do? we can, at sushi, yeah, losing that goblin token, we would have gotten 2 treasures, and then we would have been able to follow up combat with the at sushi. We'll play the land. Goldspan, or at sushi. I feel like that sushi would is probably just going to die because they're going to mayhem devil. That would give us the most upside maybe when it dies. Or do we? Well, so this is going to. We'll have the mana to cast that. So play at sushi. Go to combat. We may just be dead at this point. I mean, this is a sweet aristocrat style deck that I guess is now at the top of the format, or one of the more popular decks. So you have sacrifice a creature, get a food token. They can now bring back their Cauldron's Familiar, and then loop that. And in the process, they can make a copy of this to be doing 2.2 damage per. And then I guess they're gonna have to lose that, right? Or is it? No, it's not even legendary. Whenever one or more creatures you control dies, create a food token, this ability, blah, 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 yep. So now they can just, I think they're going to be able to loop stuff. So they can sacrifice a creature, get a food token. Sacrifice the food token, get a Cauldron Familiar. But this is going to tap. I don't know if they can do anything infinite yet. We're going to find out. So they could have copied the Mayhem Devil with this reflection of Kiki Jiki to do 2 damage instead. But okay. So I mean, if our opponent doesn't kill our 2 dragons and they don't kill us, there's a good chance we can win. I mean, they may gain enough life to be out of range, though. Sure, why not have a second Witch's Oven off the top? Better than a Fatal Push, I guess. Maybe. So are they milling us or are they milling themselves? I feel like they must be milling themselves because that's the kind of deck this is, where they want key pieces like a Gravecrawler or something along those lines. You're going to finish off the reflections. So the question is, can they gain enough life? Have 1 card. Can they kill what's on our board and or gain enough life in the process to get out of range of this Goldspan Dragon? And I'm hopeful that they can't. I mean, they're down to 1 card and they're running out of mana. They're going to gain a life off this Cauldron Familiar. And I guess they can get up to 13 that way. Now they're pinging the Scorpion Dragon, which has me wondering if they found an answer somehow. Because they can then sack that, get a treasure, ping the Scorpion Dragon, or sack the, oh, that's a food token. They can sack, get another one, yeah, so now they're unfortunately out of range of our 1 point out of range if they can't find an answer for what we are about to do to them. But hey, we still have outs. I mean, a play with fire off the top can target them if they're still within range, but I'm not sure if this is going to be able to loop anymore. Okay, what do we find? Play with fire off the top, please. Play with fire. It is a play with fire. Holy cow. All right. We happen to have a legendary creature, so we will play the legendary land untapped. Goldspan Dragon. Is it going to be there? And is it going to be enough? They're going to 1. Do they have something they can do? I think they can. I feel like they can maybe. Can't believe we top deck to play with fire right on time. How beautiful is that? Can they manage to sack and gain life? All right. Yeah. Like without mana though, I'm not sure. Or is this just an endless loop now that I'm unaware of? Guess we're gonna find out. The fun of playing Pioneer. I haven't played in so long. Okay. Are they gonna be able to gain enough to get back up to 1? They may be able to. Looks like they might be right up at 1 life. Yep. Man, that's frustrating. I'm not even, I guess they're just getting a food token whenever whenever you sacrifice a permanent. I'm not entirely sure how they're sacrificing the permanents though. Sacrifice of food, so I guess they're getting a food to sack the. So this might be a loop actually. And a Decadent Dragon, is that going to be good enough? Whatever, we'll put it on top, why not? And now our opponent can attack for 5, 6, 7, and then we are dead. So all right, well, we almost got there. I'm not sure what our opponent's laughing about, but okay, let's do Leyline of the Void. Seems like a pretty good card against them. We could Brotherhood's End. Seems like it could be good. And maybe Thought Seizes are not that good. It does take out one of their pieces. We saw the the cat, so we probably want to get rid of, bring in some Shield Edict. Maybe get rid of Go for the Throat, destroy target non-artifact creature. Fable is nice, it's a little slow. Let's see if our opponent will reply to their LOL. Could just take out one of each of the dragons. Magda, I mean, we saw the power there, getting down an early Magda that went unanswered, but it just wasn't enough without the graveyard hate to back it up. Could do Go for the Throat. That feels like a lot, though. I think we're going to go with this and maybe just take out, go trim a couple dragons and a Magda. All right. I think we're going to have to mulligan for at least try to find a ley line. All right, one more time for the ley line. And we found the ley line, but we found a single land, but we're still keeping it. All right, so we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm going to put this one. And what we're hoping for is this Rakdos Theater to show us a land, because otherwise we're not very happy people. Land, please. Show us that land deck. And it is a land. Let's put it on top. All right. F6. See if they have main deck or sideboard answers for the ley line. I mean, we're gonna just take it slow. We're missing land drops, or we're down to 5. We need to make land drops. Magda's a great card, but we have no way to gain value out of her. And we have this Brotherhood's End that we can use to clear the board, which would also kill our Magda. So if we can manage to draw a land, we'll be very happy, because we can plot the Stingerback Terror, set up for maybe a Brotherhood's End that can help clear away the board, and then stick the Magda. But we're being behind as we are. So yeah, opponent was able to assemble their combo pretty well. Fatal Push. All right, well, we can run out the Magda now and assume it's going to get killed, but if it doesn't, and they go ahead and play something themselves, we'll have the Fatal Push. Oh, to answer it. Yep. Or that will happen. Yeah, opponent was able to assemble their infinite combo, and I'm not sure how salty I should be about that, given they drew a lot of cards, but that they were able to get 2 Witches Ovens, 2 Cauldron Familiars, all that nonsense. But yep, never not have the Fable. Land. Now we're getting punished for mulling for the ley line, keeping the mid ley line. Missing our land drops. So this game's going to be quick, I think. We can just F6. I mean, we could have kept up first hand and just tried to fight through again their graveyard. I hope to draw a ley line. Because then at least we could cast it. It would help shut down their combo at the end of the game. So maybe in the future, that's against a deck like this, that's what we want to do. And we're not out of it yet, but we need a land. We just need lands. And in our 23 land deck, we found one off the top, and that was it. So this is definitely the consequence of sideboard or mulling to 5 in search of a ley line, having to keep a 1-lander on it. And again, it might be that since we can hardcast a ley line, unlike some of the other decks I played in, we should not worry about it so much and just hope to draw it. And then we can, if we draw it, we can cast it, and then from then on, it shuts down the infinite combo loop again, at least land, and we can play Magic. Well, our opponent is going to be very much committing things to the board, I think. Did they cast another Fable? I think their second Fable again. So they've already gotten one. Yeah, they've cast a second. That's why it's not in the graveyard. It flipped. So our opponent is yet again with double Fable. So good for them. We are just not able to play Magic because of the lands. So yeah, I'll just repeat what I was saying since I got nothing else to do. I think we just keep a playable 7 and hope to draw the ley line to shut down the infinite combo that will come later. Land? Oh, man. So we drew a land on turn 2. So 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. All right, well, I mean, we're still going to play Magic until they can kill us. We're still one land away from Brotherhood's End, perhaps, as they refill their hand. Maybe get lucky, and yeah, they just go all in on putting pressure on us, committing things to the board. They still have 4 cards in hand, so. And then maybe we can draw a land here, Brotherhood's End, and have a super comeback. Super amazing comeback. It would be nice to draw a land just to see if we can come back with what's in our hand. If we go land, untap land, please. I gotta be more specific to the Magic gods. Untapped, non-shock land, please. Untap. We gotta have an untapped land here. I mean, just unbelievable. There's the untapped land, 1 turn away. Wow, that was so 8. So turn 9 was our 3rd land, 10, and yeah, I mean, it is what it is. So for CyclesGaming.com, this is Johnny Cycles. I'll catch y'all on the next edition of Pioneer Curious. Thanks for watching. This is Johnny Cycles with CyclesGaming.com. If you haven't already, please check out my website where you can read about my various commander brews, watch gameplay of my modern jank, and read my science fiction fantasy novel, The Podkind, that I'm publishing serially. And if you enjoy my content, please check me out on YouTube, Johnny Cycles. Click that subscribe button. Everybody counts. As always, thanks for watching. I'll catch y'all on the next one.